Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. Welcome to Lenovo Tonight, Better as One. I'm your host, Jane Leno. Less chin and no relation. And as you can see, we've got quite the show in store for you today. Our Lenovo Lounge, as I like to call it, will soon be filled with some of the biggest names in the channel and across our different business groups. It'll truly be a meeting of the minds when our guests get together. And that's great, because tonight's all about coming together as one. That's right. Tonight, we won't just be covering only products or only solutions. We're talking about everything that Lenovo brings to the table, and truly everything we have to offer. And that's important, because that theme of coming together as one blends perfectly with One Lenovo, which some of you may have heard about. And this coming initiative will help you and your team become more effective, more complete, and more successful business partners with Lenovo. And we're all going to be better together as one. Now, during today's event, you'll also hear about the many different groups of the Lenovo business, with executives from IDG, SSG, and the newly rebranded ISG groups. So, as the shift to One Lenovo takes place, you'll be fully equipped to maximize your offerings and boost your bottom line. And as you all know, it wouldn't be a Lenovo virtual event without those sweet giveaways. So be sure to stick around until the end of today's event, when we'll raffle off 8 gift cards ranging from $50 to $500. So without further ado, let's kick this thing off. Ladies and gentlemen, settle in, get comfortable, and welcome to Lenovo Tonight, Better as One. And this is Lenovo Tonight. Hey there. So as you can see, I am here with a few of our channel superstars who will be joining us for a few chats about everything Lenovo. You can wave to the people. Yes, see? From solutions and services to market updates and segment outlooks and everything in between, we'll run you through the news you need now, plus a look at what's coming in the future. Of course, this includes some preliminary information about the One Lenovo framework, which I know we're all dying to hear about, right? So before I introduce our guests with me here at the Lenovo Lounge, let me first welcome on Mr. Matt Zielinski, Senior Vice President and President, International Sales Organization, with an important organizational announcement. Take it away, Matt.
Hello and welcome to another installment of Lenovo Tonight. I'm looking forward to today's event, and thank you so much for joining us. Before we jump into the show, allow me to quickly share some of the latest from Lenovo and why we're so excited about the channel this year. Look, it's a remarkable time to be in tech, and at Lenovo, a service-led transformation strategy has been a critical focus for record performance over the past fiscal year. And much of that success comes thanks to so many of you. And to turbocharge Lenovo's growth and build an even stronger customer-centric global organization, we've recently organized the company under 3 worldwide business groups: Intelligent Devices, Infrastructure Solutions, and a new business group, Services and Solutions. We've also integrated the existing geo model into 2 sales organizations, one encompassing the China geo and the international sales organization that I lead. It consists of North America, Latin America, EMEA, and Asia Pacific markets. Our charge as the ISO is to support the 3 business groups in our 4 geographies. And our mission is to build a One Lenovo culture, drive growth across all businesses, and reinforce our customer-centric commitment. We're all in to win with our partners again this year. I'm also honored and personally super excited to welcome Vlad Rozanovich as Senior Vice President and President of North America. Vlad joins Lenovo from AMD, where he spent 24 years building their largest businesses and developing their sales force. He's a rare breed with expertise expanding from PCs to the data center to embedded solutions, and he has go-to-market expertise from retail to channel to end-user direct sales and beyond. And more importantly, and many of you know this already from your interactions with Vlad, but he's a great person, a beautiful guy, and you can always trust him to do the right thing. Let me close with this. We faced a lot together. In 2020, I'm looking at you. And now the time has come to take things to the next level, to really kick it into high gear. The business foundation is there, and we've got the best partners on the planet. So let's take that next step together in this One Lenovo journey. As we move ahead, we will be smart, methodical, collaborative across all segments of our business, all while listening to you, our partners. I know I'm excited, and I hope you are too. Now let's hear from our ISO Chief Operating Officer and Global Channel Chief, Pascal Bourget. He'll share more about the program's benefit for our North America channel partners. Thank you, and enjoy Lenovo Tonight.
Thank you, Matt, and thank you all for joining us today. I'm so excited to be serving as your Global Channel Chief as we enter into this new phase of business, Lenovo 360, together. But I'm sure you're asking yourself, what does a global channel framework offer me? And that's a fair question. And I'm proud to be able to share a plan with you all today that will give your business new depths and new profits. To do that, we wanted to create a path for the business that's built around growth and designed to better serve you, our partners, today and in the future. That's why today I want to invite you all to embark on the Lenovo 360 journey with us to unlock new market opportunities, new customers, new profits, and all new resources. As the world moves towards a solution and service-led technology journey, Lenovo 360 will allow you to rise to that challenge, jointly offering our customers the best solution for their business while providing you the best partner experience possible. As a channel-first organization, it was imperative that in launching the Lenovo 360 approach, we ensured that this will not disrupt your business, but instead offer additional ways that you can grow. As an industry, we've seen the shift of hardware vendors becoming software vendors in a desire to stay competitive. And with Lenovo 360, we can offer you that competitive edge with the ability to take advantage of service and solution opportunities. But I want to reassure you, we're not changing your current offerings. What you are able to sell today, you will be able to sell tomorrow. It's just that tomorrow you'll be able to offer a whole lot more. The entire notion of this new global framework is to create an additive business that not only allows you to sell PC services and data center, but empowers you to provide additional solutions. And to help you on this journey, we're providing you the new solutions, enablement, and access to training to ensure that you have all the necessary tools. Lenovo 360 is a journey that we invite you to take with us. Continue selling the best client service and infrastructure portfolio in the world, but join us in delivering solutions that drive business outcomes for mutual customers. That is really at the heart of Lenovo 360. Now, for those of you who are undecided about selling solutions, you may be thinking, how will our global channel framework benefit me if I decide to maintain a hardware focus? One example could be the complete hosted desktop solution on-premise, including client devices and hyper-converged systems with VDI software that we have launched in partnership with Nutanix. There we have a unique joint opportunity to get in front of new accounts by offering the power of our Lenovo portfolio fully unlocked. Simply put, Lenovo 360 offers 3 core benefits to you as our partners. New earning opportunities through the integration of solutions, access to new programs, and a seamless transition that will allow you to maintain your current offerings with the added opportunity for increased revenue. I am excited and honored to be part of this best-in-class channel team and to help lead our solution transformation on a global scale. Thank you for choosing to be our partners. Together, we'll bring our full suite of solutions to the market and continue to provide smarter technology for all. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you, Matt and Pascal. Now, as we dive into this, let's say hi to our guests here in the Lenovo Lounge. Since today's theme is all about being better as one, why don't you guys take some time to introduce yourselves to all of the people out here watching you who might not be super familiar with who you are, what's wrong with them, and what do you do?
Absolutely. Jane, it's great to be here. I'm Rob Cato. I'm the Vice President of the North America Channel for Intelligent Devices Group. And for all of our server partners who may not understand exactly what that means, basically it means that I'm the lucky guy that gets to lead our North America Channel team, whose primary mission it is to sell our PC and smart devices throughout the North America market. And I lead all of our teams and our partners through those sales.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Rob. And you, young gentleman here.
Well, thank you, Jane, and thanks, Rob. I'm Steve Biondi. I run the North American channel for the Infrastructure Solutions Group. We used to be called the Data Center Group, but we've evolved, and now we are all things encompassing infrastructure. My job here is to aggressively grow Lenovo's market share, get back into a leadership position, and continue to drive the commitment of being channel first.
Love that.
Yeah.
That's great. And last but not least,
Our buddy here,
coming in virtually.
All right. Well, thanks very much, Jane, and hello to Rob and Steve. My name's Colin McIsaac, and I'm coming to you live from my very own Lenovo lounge up here in Toronto, Canada. The border may be closed, but that's not going to stop us. Many of you already know me as the GM of Lenovo Canada, and now I'm wearing a new hat as the Vice President of North America Solutions. This is leading our new solutions portfolio group for the Intelligent Devices Group.
That's great, Colin. Congratulations. I'm clearly going to have to work on my Canadian, but that's okay, because now this IDG Solutions portfolio that you're talking about, could you share with everyone what role it serves for Lenovo and our partners?
Absolutely, Jane. By the way, your Canadian's just fine. The portfolio that I've got here under the Intelligent Device Group is actually a portfolio of some 10 to 12 offerings that sit just outside of our core PC business. And there's a few things that I think is really important for many of you to know about these. One is they are a different look for Lenovo. See, these are different conversations, different people are generally involved, different competitors, underscored by the same great quality and value that you know and love us from. Okay. The second thing is that they are offerings that focus more on the transforming marketplace. So things like hybrid work, hybrid classroom, the intelligent edge, employee experience, virtual patient care, the list goes on and on and on. And I know you're all talking about these things on a regular basis. All of these offerings are well positioned and aligned to drive incremental value in our relationships, and they can help scale our joint business together. And then the third thing is that this is a growing portfolio. And of course, this may be different for all of us. It's certainly different for Lenovo, and it may require some additional learning and some additional focus, and maybe even additional partnership. So guys, let's learn and grow our businesses together, shall we?
Yeah, nice.
Love it. Love it, Colin.
Thank you, Colin. So, team, let's jump right into the news on everyone's mind. One Lenovo. What can you tell us all about that?
Jane, let me tell you, we are so excited about One Lenovo and what it's going to mean for our partnership with the channel and overall with our brand. But I do think it's important to note that this One Lenovo isn't just a one and done sort of a deal. It's an ever-present kind of an organizational structure and mindset that we firmly believe is going to pay dividends for our partners and for our customers long term. At Lenovo, we do value transparency, and which is really why we're here today, to really share this information to our partners and to everybody. Because when it's all said and done, our bottom lines are one thing, but maintaining our name, who we are not only as a brand, but as a dedicated business partner group, as human beings, it's incredibly important to us that we share that information. So when we say that we're moving to the One Lenovo model, we want to make sure that everyone at home can rest assured that the end result will be simplification of the overall partner process, that everyone will get involved from Lenovo. They'll bring their abilities to help broaden their offerings across all segments of our business.
Yeah, look, that's well said, Rob. At the end of the day, everyone out there is thinking, though, haven't you guys tried this already? I mean, what is this? You bought this business from IBM, you bought this business from Motorola.
What's different?
What's different, Colin? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Steve. We did try this before, and I would say confidently that we've learned a ton from that experience. And now moving forward under Matt Zielinski's leadership in the international sales organization, I think we're going to build a model that will endure and will ultimately lead to the greatest success for our partners and their teams. A few things I think it's important to share with all of you as we go forward. The first thing we're thinking about is the operational approach to One Lenovo. An interesting reflection is you can't sell data center offerings in the same way you sell PCs.
Right.
An interesting learning, and I know Rob and Steve will agree with that position. And I think many of you will agree as well that when you go to market with different offerings and different sales organizations, it is a different approach that does require a different lens on the operational experience. The second thing that I think this will bring, and we're looking to create with this, is building on our commitment to you. Every Lenovo seller, when they wake up every day, will now care about everything that Lenovo has to offer, and I think that's valuable to all of you. So whether you sell one of our offerings or all of our offerings, you're going to get every single Lenovo employee invested in your business and your business outcome with us. And I think that's going to be important, and I do believe this will become the essence of what One Lenovo is to our commercial channel. We're also thinking about things like organizational structure, and I know that's important to how we pull something like this off moving forward. Steve, you may have some thoughts on this.
That's right, Colin. Look, it's not really about how we're structured internally, but more about how we provide value to partners, making it more efficient for them to order from us, making it faster, and making sure that they have access to all the organizational elements of our portfolio, right? Full stop. If we can do that, if we can pull that off, this is going to be amazing. Organizational tuning happens all the time.
Absolutely.
Right? When I first got here a year and a half ago, I turned my organization upside down, and we've had some tremendous growth, right? So I think if we maintain the focus from the outside looking in and continue to focus on our own execution, focus on our bringing to market the best solutions in the industry, that I think is at the core of what One Lenovo is all about. And I think there's going to be a great success for all of us. So this is going to work. It's going to work. Our partners are going to be delighted. Our customers are going to be delighted. Our competitors will have a whole new sense of fear about them, and this is going to be great for everyone.
Yeah, one of the things, Steve, that you and I have talked about is the ability to bring together the power of our biggest assets, which is our people.
That's right.
And you leveraging our people to really help our partners design and help their customers, build what they need to build. So I'm so excited about that, and I think that's where this whole thing, once it comes together.
This is going to work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, maybe I just add one thing, guys, remotely on that. A line that I constantly use, it's not what the technology is, it's what it can do for you. True. And I think that's the mindset that we have to have and the approach that we have to have with our market. And that's why One Lenovo may not have been ready for prime time when we first introduced something like that way back in 2014. But I'm certain the market's ready for it now.
Totally agree.
Agreed.
Well, thank you for that, guys. I mean, this all sounds amazing. I can tell how excited you are about what One Lenovo means for the partner's success and how invested you are. It's going to be great. Well, let's take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back here in the lounge for another chat with this amazing team. Hey, stick around. We'll see you in a bit. Welcome back, everybody. I'm here again with Rob, Steve, and Colin in his own virtual lounge. And we're going to be changing gears a bit to talk about the state of the market and what that means for our partners. But first, that commercial we just watched.
Amazing, right?
Wow.
Rob, that was great. Could you actually give us a little bit more information about the Evolve Small movement?
I would love to, Jane, and it's something that, frankly, we are so excited about at Lenovo because this initiative is what we're all about. It's firmly believing that small businesses are the heart of North America.
Yeah.
They're our neighbors. They're our friends, they're our family. And for many years, they've been the pillars of our communities. And so for us, on our most difficult days, they've been supporting us. And now it's our turn to kind of take the opportunity to support them as well, as strong as ever as we have. So I think for us, it's about how do we make sure that we're supporting them. In fact, according to SMB Group and Salesforce, around 70% of SMBs are actually optimistic about their futures. And they need to pivot in order to be able to thrive going forward. So many of them are already evolving their business models to be able to do so. So with this Evolve Small campaign, we're pioneering to evolve the way we shop with, we show up for, and we support our small businesses. And so I encourage everybody there to go visit Instagram and use the hashtag Evolve Small. And every time that they do that, Lenovo will donate $5 to a minority-owned small business. So amazing.
That's great.
Yeah.
Wow, that is just amazing to hear. Well, I'll definitely be hitting up the social after this, as everyone else should be. But now, about those market updates, Steve, what can you tell us about the commercial vertical today and what that means for the partners going forward?
Yeah, Jane, you know, the opportunity ahead of us is immense. The pandemic followed by a global supply chain challenge has forced customers to really accelerate their thoughts on strategic initiatives. As a service is top of mind to everyone. All different kinds, device as a service, infrastructure as a service, local cloud as a service, aspects that are going to transform our customer business both internally and externally. You know, and at the same time, we have our partners going through equally, if not even more extensive evolutions, supporting how their customers consume as a service. How do you maintain being sticky and relevant to your accounts when there's all this do-it-yourself kind of service going on? So they have to optimize their own internal structures, make sure that they have very profitable flexibility to their customers and that are easy to manage, right? So the decisions the partners are making now in terms of who to work with from an OEM standpoint are paramount, right? They want to work with OEMs that are partner first, channel first, right? People that won't compete with them, won't take away business for them, and help them shape the future state of what their business looks like, right? So, you know, finally, it's what's interesting is this is happening everywhere. It's not just commercial, it's large enterprise, it's SMB, public sector, all the industries and verticals are going through this right now. And Lenovo is best poised to really help all these customers and partners through this journey.
Well, Steve, how does Lenovo plan to play in this as a service space? Are there any updates there?
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff coming.
Okay.
We, from an as-a-service standpoint, we have an offering in the market called TrueScale. We are going to hear very shortly here an announcement coming that TrueScale is really going to take a good evolutionary step in terms of being that partner-led as-a-service consumption model for the entire ecosystem, our distribution partners, our resellers, our systems integrators. So this will be the first as-a-service consumption space seen like this in the industry. So we're really going to change the game. We have local cloud as a service offerings in market today that are already helping partners transform their businesses and offer managed services to their downstream customers. We're helping them evolve their business. I'm very much looking forward to what's next. You're going to hear some exciting news from us here shortly. I'm confident that our partners are going to be extremely pleased and our customers will be delighted.
It's exciting, it really is.
I love breaking news. Breaking news is always great, and you guys are going to get to hear it, so nice. Now back to Colin over there in your Canadian Lenovo lounge, which we love. How about the world of education? What's the market looking like over there?
Yeah, Jane, what a great market it is. We're continuing to grow exponentially and learn a ton about this education segment. In addition to some of the insatiable demand that many of our partners have seen on the device side, the biggest trend in this space right now is remote and hybrid learning, and the knowledge that both of those are here to stay moving forward post-COVID. A few stats that I think are interesting to help support some of that. In 2020-21. In the US, 75% of school districts plan to operate via a distance learning hybrid instructional model, which is astounding and a massive opportunity for all of us. In higher education, the market for remote learning technology is projected to have a compound annual growth rate of 14.7% over the next 10 years, which again is opportunity for all of us. And I could go down the list in education, esports as a franchise in both high ed and K-12 and a learning outcome is expected to grow exponentially. This market is hot for education. So if you work with us in education right now, or if you don't work with us in education and you want to, we've got endpoints, collaboration offerings, infrastructure, and services to help you win in this evolving segment of the market.
That sounds great. Sounds like a good thing that any of the partners can jump into.
Absolutely.
And it seems like Lenovo is ready to handle that.
Absolutely.
But shifting over to you, Rob,
Yeah.
let's talk about some updates on the SMB side. Are there any that you can give us?
Well, you know, Jane, there are over 31 million SMBs in the U.S. market with fewer than 500 employees. And roughly about 70% of them purchased new technology last year to really navigate the new remote working environments that they're dealing with. About 40% of those actually plan to blend physical and virtual experiences through the end of 2023, which will lead to increased workforce productivity and customer reach, which is really important for them right now. So high-performing SMBs will make themselves as disruption-proof and future-proof as possible by investing in this new digital transformation and innovation and infrastructure for things like digital customer experience and employee experience, supply chain backup plans, and so on. So there's so many things that these SMBs are really having to plan for right now. And growing SMBs accelerated their investments last year in technology during the pandemic. So the top three areas that they really digitized last year were, number one, customer interactions, so interacting with their customers digitally. Number two, internal communications, how they communicate with their employees. And then number three, how do they improve their overall workflows and their processes to make them more efficient? So I think it's really important for SMBs and for us to address the opportunity that we have right now with SMBs.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's amazing. But Colin, we're going to come back to you again on the healthcare vertical. What are we seeing there? I mean, what should our partners know in order to move forward for the rest of the year?
Yeah, Jane, this is another wonderful and an important vertical for Lenovo here in North America. And many of you already know what we're doing here, but a lot of you don't. I want you to know we are alive and well in healthcare in North America. And particularly as we're getting past COVID, we're starting to see a few important trends that I think are worth sharing. The first would be from the practitioner lens, which is this increased focus on technology-driven solutions to better predict patient outcomes, which no doubt many of you, from a personal perspective, have been involved in. From the patient lens, some level of additional connectivity as we think about telehealth. And we're seeing just an incredible growth in the telehealth expectations and activities in that market. And then from kind of core IT governing, the hospital experience, more and more organizations will start to again think about turning on, this next generation of medical and IT infrastructure and what that needs to look like to help truly transform the way they deliver patient care in and around the healthcare system. McKinsey had an interesting stat, and I think it's worth sharing that just on telehealth alone, that really pre-pandemic, post-pandemic, we've gone from about 11% of U.S. consumers using telehealth to 46% and growing. And all of these are removing what would be otherwise in-person healthcare visits. So very exciting. It's an important market for Lenovo. Hopefully it's an important market for you, and hopefully we can start to participate more together. Speaking of healthcare in particular, we've got a wonderful Canadian partner joining and calling into the lounge, who actually works with a fairly major client in this vertical in Canada, in the province of British Columbia. So hoping you don't mind if we throw it over to our Lenovo brand ambassador and resident technologist, Adrian Escobedo and Stephen Miller, for a chat with them.
No, not at all, Colin. That's a great segue. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Stephen Miller and Adrian Escobedo sitting down with Microserve.
For those of you who don't know, I'm Stephen Miller. I'm a technologist, and I'm here with my buddy Esco.
And I'm a digital transformation evangelist for the data center side. We call that the Infrastructure Solutions Group.
We represent two businesses trying to think about different ways to bring technology to our customers. And you can't think of a better example than Heather with Microserve on thinking outside the box, identifying a problem, and providing the right solution. So Heather, welcome to the Lenovo Lounge. How are you today?
Hi, I'm doing really well, Stephen. Thank you. I'm Heather Shawn with Microserve. Microserve is an IT solutions provider based in British Columbia, Canada. And we work with mid-sized to enterprise Canadian organizations to help them leverage IT solutions to achieve their goals.
So I know working with that type of customers, there's a lot of stakeholders, especially with a government entity, and to do an out-of-a-box solution is probably pretty tough. So can you talk about your approach with working with customers and that type of relationship?
Absolutely. So an area of our business that's really been growing is our audio-visual business. And that's because so many organizations are investing in improving their remote collaboration. So we've been working closely with one particular government entity for more than 30 years. So we, of course, have a really strong partnership. Historically, they have a lot of different stakeholder groups that have had a lot of autonomy in terms of selecting their technology platforms. And recently, they've gotten buy-in internally to standardize and centralize to help improve user adoption. And we've had the fortune to work with them on that.
Well, certainly standardization is just going to bring that next level of quality of service, collaboration, and end user experience, productivity, right? So what standardization tool did you use for this?
So we worked with them to evaluate different Microsoft Teams compatible solutions. And because they're already standardized with Lenovo on the desktop, it made sense to look at the Lenovo ThinkSmart Hubs. So far we've deployed 75 Teams rooms using Lenovo Hubs. And and they're going into mostly shared rooms, but there are a few individual setups. And it's working really well. The Lenovo Hubs plus Microsoft Teams has really simplified room use for the users with the one-touch join and, of course, integration with their overall Microsoft suite. And so now they've got their users at home working on their Lenovo laptops, people in the Teams rooms working on the hubs, and everyone's collaborating really effectively on Microsoft Teams.
Okay, this sounds like a lot of technology, a tremendously big project. So how did you build the faith and trust in Lenovo to be your partner to bring this solution about? So you can pick anybody as a partner. So why did you choose Lenovo for that trust for this project?
Yeah, it's interesting because Lenovo probably is not the first technology platform that comes to mind when people think about audiovisual equipment. But when the hubs came out a few years ago, our Lenovo account team made sure that we had demo equipment available to us. Our audiovisual technologists were able to get comfortable with it, try it out. We at Microserve have it set up in some of our boardrooms, and our users really like it. So we had that confidence in the technology. And then, of course, we also have a lot of trust in our partnership with Lenovo. So that's Lenovo as an organization with the local account team, our channel team. We really consistently get the support we need. So it was a great fit all around.
Absolutely. I love that solution. What we're trying to understand, though, is that things are changing and our customers are finding other challenges as well. What was a solution that you were able to put in place as our customers needed to scale rapidly but efficiently?
So another interesting project we worked on with Lenovo this past year was for Fraser Health Authority, which is one of the largest and fastest growing health authorities in Canada. They're responsible to deliver health services to more than 1.8 million people in British Columbia, and on their team have more than 40,000 clinicians, support staff, and volunteers doing that. As a result of the COVID-19 crisis last spring, there was a huge increase in the need for Fraser Health employees to work remotely, and they needed to rapidly scale up their remote desktop services infrastructure to support an additional 10,000 users.
This is something that a lot of our customers are facing today. How do we get tens of thousands of people connected, whether it's workforce or customer experience?
Or patients.
Or in this case, patients. What kind of solution were you able to put in front of our customer to solve this need?
So together with Fraser Health, we selected Lenovo as the technology platform and put in place Lenovo HCI infrastructure for the solution. Microserve worked in close collaboration with the health authority, the Lenovo team, and IBM services to make it happen.
So 10,000 users, were you able to pull it off in a time frame, especially with COVID and making sure people could and get in the right place and not get in the right place? Were you able to be successful?
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody really came together and prioritized getting the solution up and running, and it was a great success.
That's fantastic, Heather. We're so thankful of this level of partnership. It really is a great demonstration. So thanks for being in the Lenovo Lounge today. We've learned a lot about you and about Microserve and these wins.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here.
We'll see you right back in a few with another conversation with a business partner. But first, we'll toss it over to a commercial break and then send it over to Jane for another sit down with the guys.
Take a deep breath. Now, exhale. You see this monitor? Yeah, we make monitors like this. They're called ThinkVision. Just look at that waterfall. It's like you're really there. And check out all that moss. Bet you've never seen moss look so mossy. One time, I saw a butterfly land on a bunch of moss in my backyard. I think it was a monarch, maybe a swallowtail. I'm not really sure. Anyway, it was really pretty. Just like our displays. Lenovo ThinkVision, the monarch butterfly of monitors.
All righty, well, we're back. Thanks to Stephen, Adrian, and Heather for that great conversation. I'm here once again with Steve Biondi, Rob Cato, and Colin McIsaac in his virtual studio. We're just chatting off air a little bit about growth and sales strategies, and some interesting topics came up. We were talking about selling industry solutions. Okay, where are we going with this? What can our partners look forward to?
Well, it's exciting time right now, and I think Colin touched on a few kind of different environments that we're starting to see right now. The future of work is definitely changing. It's becoming more hybrid, and the way that people learn, work, and play is certainly evolving. And so I think what that really means is, how do we provide the best employee experience to our employees? How do we provide a digital transformation to our customers that really is going to change the game on how we interact with them? And I mentioned before about SMBs and some of the things that they're starting to do. But if you look at education, if you look at the retail community, healthcare, as Colin mentioned before, these are all emerging areas that are starting to use technology to really embrace both their patients and students and customers in a new and different way. And I think what I'm excited about, I think what all of us are excited about, is Lenovo has the opportunity to bring so many of these different solutions to the market, combined with what our partners, and I think that's the key, is that we are channel first, and we're all about how do we work together with our partners to deliver the best experience to those customers. So it's embracing that change, it's making sure that we focus in and lock in on that to achieve success together.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah, I think people forget how much innovation and IP Lenovo has, right? And coming to market with the programs that Rob mentioned, the fact that we're channel first, the fact that we're leading with our partners and helping them through the journey of the evolution, right? So emerging technology is interesting when you gather from other people. We're inventing a lot of it, right? We have a lot of that ourselves. And I think, from the standpoint of what One Lenovo can really bring to the partners, again, is our focus is on the simplicity. The focus is on making sure that there's value, right? We're not doing this just to do it. We're doing this because we see enough value in bringing together the core components of what we bring to market, that I think the customers and the partners will both really gravitate to that. Sure. We're going to be the only OEM out there really providing this. I mean, the importance of what we're doing all around as a service. I don't like using the word game changing too often, but stay tuned. This is going to be pretty powerful stuff. But in terms of the evolution, Colin, what are your thoughts? I mean, we're really poised to have a breakout moment here.
Well, look, we've got great devices, and they are really great devices, but they're just part of the equation when it comes to hybrid work and learn. The final piece of the puzzle is solution and services. Rob and Steve touched briefly on device as a service, which is a big one. But if you can indulge me for just a second on Lenovo tonight, I'll give you my top 4 list on things that I think are important to focus on as we move forward. The first would be some sort of monthly recurring revenue model or subscription service. We talked about DaaS and TrueScale and the big announcement to come, and I think that for sure is one to take away. The second is professional workstation class machines. So how do we upscale from the core portfolio up to something with a little bit more horsepower, better graphics potential to touch on some of the employee experience and maybe persona workload dialogue that's going on out there in market. The third would, of course, be collaboration, particularly as we all go back to an office space post-COVID. So whether that's Teams, Zoom, Meet Rooms, we're looking to accomplish, and I think you can do it with Lenovo, one experience no matter where you are in the world. And then lastly is this conversation about edge. We are seeing the intelligent edge continue to build out. Lenovo is bringing both on the data center and PC side of our business a very broad-based portfolio to help address this growing edge. And I encourage you to participate a little bit more with us on those particular offerings. When you bring together all of these under some of the mega trends we're seeing out there in market, whether that's employee experience, digital transformation, emerging tech, your customers are given all the tools they need to create a hybrid work environment that works for them.
But that's great. I mean, but this is my job. You're taking over my show. What are you doing from there? I gave you a virtual lounge. All of this is great. And speaking of investing in tech, I think Stephen Miller and Adrian Escobedo have another Lenovo business partner video calling into them right now to talk a little bit about a huge business win. But before we head over to them, I want to thank my guests tonight, Rob Cato, Steve Biondi, and Colin McIsaac, who's clearly trying to take my job. I am going to be watching you for coming on today. I really appreciate you guys sitting and chatting and thinking about the partners here in our Lenovo Lounge. Guys, any last thoughts?
You know, I think for me, Jane, as you think about One Lenovo and the power that we as Lenovo can unleash with our partners, it's so exciting to me. And it really comes down to, and I think Steve and I and Colin were talking about it a little bit before, it's really unlocking that power, unleashing the power of Lenovo, the assets that we have, the people that we have, combined with our partner community, and really changing the game for our customers and helping them achieve the things that they want to achieve. So I think it's about how do we do that together. And again, they're going to hear more from us. Again, this is just the beginning of what we're going to do to share with them and be transparent, as we talked about before. But I think first and foremost, it's thanking them for all of their support over these last 12 plus months that we've all had to deal with. It's been crazy. And I think we wouldn't have been able to do it without our partners in helping the company continue to thrive and our customers continue to support their businesses as well. So I think on behalf of all of us, I want to say thank you to our partners.
Yeah, look, you said it perfectly. At the end of the day, you know, we're starting with what the customers are looking for, right? So we're customer focused. We lead with channel, we lead with partner, we're channel first. We don't just say it, we do it, we live it. And we're winning, right? So there's a lot of value in that. Once you have that energy, you have that inertia behind you, you know, things are coming. And the fact that we have, you know, such a loyal customer base and a loyal partner base, it's amazing. So I echo Rob's comments 100%. We are poised to do some really great things here, and I'm looking forward for the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Colin, anything else?
Yeah, look, I've enjoyed my time on the panel, guys. Rob, Steve, Jane, it's been wonderful. And I think every year we talk about the changing landscape of IT and technology with good reason, because it's changing a lot. For some reason, for me, this year feels really, really different. Part of that's obviously the market dynamic that we're experiencing, and part of it's Lenovo's response to it. So I feel really, really optimistic about our potential together. I hope you all feel it too. And it's not going to be easy, but I know and I'm confident that it can be very wonderful. So you know, I look forward to the year ahead with all of you.
Yeah, and we look forward to seeing all of you soon. We can't wait to get back together.
Yeah, be safe.
Thank you. Stephen and Adrian, take it away.
Thank you again, Jane. I'm here with my bud Esco, and we're on the line with Drew Clark from Huber to talk about a huge win that they had recently on how their partnership with Lenovo really helped. So welcome on, Drew. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Drew, can you tell us a little bit about Huber and Associates? Give us the gist. Where are you guys from? What do you guys do? What do you focus on?
Sure. Yeah, we're a Missouri-based business partner. We were founded back in the 80s, initially with a focus on IBM services and resale. For some of the oldies in the audience, they might remember the AS400. We did that, still do. Over the years, we expanded to include other partners, and you know, Lenovo became a part of our family back when the x86 business split off from IBM. You know, who we are, you know, we've always been focused on building long-term trusted relationships, both downstream to our clients as well as upstream to our partners like Lenovo. And that's really who we are.
What are some of the things that you've been able to take advantage with your partnership with Lenovo? How have you guys, reached out to the customers during these pandemic times?
Yeah, so the deal in question that landed us the opportunity to have this conversation, it was big, but it was built out of many, many years of partnership. And so I'd say the first thing that Lenovo provided to us was just consistency. We all know teams change and people move on, but Lenovo has taken a consistent approach to their engagement with us over the years that has enabled that trust to occur. Second, and I think just as important, is COVID really did throw us and everyone else a curveball.
Yeah.
And the Lenovo team stepped up to provide a number of things that really helped enable us to continue to maintain our relationship, especially the informal one, with the client over the course of COVID. So the big one that's popping in my mind is we took advantage of some of the whisk from home and wine tasting from home type events so that we could continue to have those more informal business, but informal relationship with a client over the course of the project to make sure that we were staying on track. And it's a real treat when you're able to sit down and engage not just with a client, but with their spouse and with their kids who are having just as much fun as they are.
That's even better than going to a baseball game, right? So again, building trust, that's that family. That way everybody sees who Drew is at Huber that they're working with. And did that come into play with the big win that we're talking about today?
Absolutely. So most of the work that we were doing over the course of this was right in the middle of COVID.
Right.
And our communication was severely disrupted when suddenly no one's allowed to go into the client's office, including the client. So having the opportunity to continue to engage with them over the course of that was hugely helpful.
So Drew, we've talked about it. Everybody that's been on that sales call knows that the real deal doesn't happen in a conference room. It's that walk to and from where you're building a relationship, learning. That's a big establishment of the trust there too, right?
Absolutely. By the time you get to the boardroom, the deal is probably done one way or another.
Got that feeling.
But every opportunity along the way, every conversation just about how someone's family's doing, how their kids are doing,
Right.
what's going on in their life, and then all the little problems that fill their life. Those two things are what help build trust. Getting to know those things and helping to solve those problems, and really showing people that you care about them as a person. And COVID stepping into the middle of all of this really made a mess of that.
Right.
Hard to
lost
have
the
a
walk.
hallway conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
When no one's in the hallway. And that was one big way that Lenovo really helped, coming up with some real innovative ideas on how we could do remote events in the middle of all of this. That was absolutely terrific. And then this wasn't new for COVID or even new for this deal. But Lenovo has always really surrounded us with a very strong team. Whether it's the channel manager acting as our quarterback, whether it's the client rep that's helping us engage in aspects of Lenovo that we don't normally, all the way down to the team at the factory, and making sure that we understand what supply timeline is going to look like, and where there are going to be hiccups or surprises along the way. All of them working together, plus on top of that, marketing has just been a tremendous blessing to all of us.
I mean, I like that the big manufacturer let the business partner talk to manufacturing. I think that stands out to me as much as the marketing does. So you could have that consistency with your customer on arrival dates and install dates.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think it's one of the things that really helps set Lenovo apart.
So Drew, I've got a question. How are you going to take what we've learned during the pandemic, some of these virtual events or experience events that you talked about, and combine those going forward? How are you going to be talking to your customers differently now?
I think the biggest thing is it's going to allow us to touch more people in a way that's comfortable and works well for them. It's going to add to the overall toolbox that we have available to us. For a long time, a big challenge that we've had has been, really showing the love to folks that aren't based out of the home office. So it's easy for us to go down and hit those folks, but how do we get the guy that's remote but incredibly important to the project's success? And now we have the ability to include them, include their family, and really allow them to build those relationships with us in the same way that the home office folks always have been.
So great way to have everyone in every time zone get together. And then obviously this gives us the opportunity to show the breadth of what Huber brings to the table from a sales force and from a team perspective as well.
Absolutely.
All right, amazing. Thanks, Drew. I've learned a lot today, and thank you for sharing your success with us. Thanks for taking the time to be with us to talk about this, about lessons learned, and about how Lenovo worked with you as a partner.
Thanks for having me. I appreciated the time. And for all the other partners out there watching this today, I just put out there that Huber is built on trust. That's what we're focused on. But we also have skill set, and we've got the scale to work with these types of organizations. So if there's ever any opportunity for us to partner together, feel free to reach out. We'd love to work with you on making you successful as well.
Thanks, Drew. We'll be right back with more Lenovo Tonight, Better as One.
There's a whole world of data out there. It fuels our economy, powers our cities, and drives every industry. But what is data, really? Some people look at it and see numbers, bottom lines, dollar signs. Here at Lenovo, however, we see things differently. We see people. Because behind every data point is someone who wakes up early and doesn't leave until the job is finished. Someone who thinks outside the box. Someone who drives innovation for the betterment of the world around them. That's why we engineer smarter infrastructure solutions that aren't just data-driven, they're people-driven. Solutions for the data-centered. Those who use data to dramatically accelerate their organizations, improve their industries, and solve humanity's greatest challenges. Lenovo's new ThinkSystem servers, built on the 3rd-gen Intel Xeon scalable processors, offer enhanced performance, flexibility, and security. See how Lenovo enables a people-driven, data-centered workforce today. Visit lenovo.com/thedatacentered to learn more.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Lenovo Tonight. I'm joined by Marche Mansfield, Chief Customer Officer, North America, Intelligent Devices Group, and Kevin Hooper, President, North America Infrastructure Solutions Group. Thanks for coming on, you two.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thanks. We're really happy to be here.
Absolutely. So we're almost done with today's Lenovo Tonight. Right after we do our giveaways, of course, and I'd love to have you two sort of run us through everything and we talked about today and how it's going to all help our partners at home boost success. So, Marche and Kevin, how is One Lenovo going to help?
Exactly, and a huge shout out to all of our partners that are watching today. We're so excited to see so many of you and our partner community tune in about One Lenovo. I think each and every one of you are going to love the positive changes that the new structure will bring to the business. When we talk about, and when I think about the benefits for partners, there's some big ones that jump out at me. First and foremost, the expanded earning opportunities. I can't wait to see what all of you do with the new offerings and capabilities that the team is planning to make easily available to you. Which leads me to another benefit, the simplified process for partners. With all business groups under one structure now, it will be more hassle-free than ever to work with the Lenovo channel. And it's going to give you the ability to leverage every business group so you can offer customers a full end-to-end experience. And I would say the third thing, and the third benefit I want to reiterate to our partners, is the fact that everyone here at Lenovo is incredibly motivated by the coming of One Lenovo. I simply can't stress enough how many team members we have with hands on this, how much attention and effort we're putting into making One Lenovo work for you, our partners. It's not just a North America endeavor, it's truly a global effort, and it's going to pay dividends for your business.
Absolutely, Marche. You really hit the nail on the head with all of those benefits. One Lenovo is a massive undertaking, and the amount of time we're spending putting it all together is going to be reflected in the boost it gives to our partners and, by extension, their businesses. You'd mentioned giving customers the full experience, and I wanted to go a little bit deeper there, if it's okay. With One Lenovo and the structural cohesiveness it's going to bring to our partners, you're going to be able to satisfy your customers' end-to-end needs more than you've ever been able to do in the past. And if you were concerned that today you couldn't actually do that, then you need not have to worry anymore. We're bringing together all of the organizations, from the Infrastructure Solutions Group to the Intelligent Devices Group and the Software and Services Group under one unified team. It's going to help you do that. Here at Lenovo, we're really extremely fortunate to have best-in-class sales teams and best-in-class industry partners. And now we're going to have a unified and global channel program that's coming out that's going to streamline all of the best parts of being part of the Lenovo channel. We're all about value-based relationships, and I firmly believe that One Lenovo is the next step in taking our business relationships to brand new heights. I'm excited to continue our Channel First initiative in everything that we do with our partners.
Well, this all sounds perfect. I mean, so we're almost at the giveaways. This is the best part. But before I let you two go, Marcia and Kevin, do you think you could leave our viewers with a little insight into what you personally are excited about with the coming of One Lenovo?
Well, for me, it's been incredible to see. I joined Lenovo in 2010, and to be able to watch the evolution from a customer lens and a business partner lens of just the technology and the solutions and everything that we're bringing to market over the past 11 years has been incredible to see. So I'm looking forward to the next chapter in our journey.
So from my perspective, I've been around this business for a number of years, and many of the partners know me from other roles. And so I've watched Lenovo for many years, and I made a conscious choice to be here. And the reason is I'm someone who really believes in the focus on customers and our business partners, and their business issues will always lead to success. In the short time I've been here at Lenovo, I've been impressed by how people naturally do that together in front of our customers. And this time is now right for us to come together as a single, unified entity, bringing together all aspects of our customers, and I really can't wait to see what the future holds for all of us.
Well, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Marcia Mansfield, Chief Customer Officer, North America Intelligent Devices Group, and Kevin Hooper, President, North America Infrastructure Solutions Group. Well, sadly, we've come to the end of the show, but here at the Lenovo Lounge, as I like to call it, we never let you go empty-handed. So let's get right into those giveaways that I know you've all been waiting for. To help, let's bring on my friend, Mr. Jeff Taylor, Executive Director of Channel Strategy and Operations, Intelligent Devices Group. Jeff?
Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for participating in round 2 of Lenovo tonight. Truly amazing. We had over 1,000 folks on today's call, so thank you for taking the time. I know these virtual events are fantastic, and it's really appreciated that you've invested your time to spend the time with us. But I can't wait for us to get back together, and it's starting to feel like things are going to open up, and we're going to be able to see each other soon. In fact, we just got back from 2 weeks at the beach, which was awesome. But as I was sitting on the beach in my lounge chair, maybe having a beer, I started thinking, gosh, what can be better than this? And it occurred to me it would be pretty nice to exchange that beer for some type of rum and coconut drink, or be at a really posh resort. And I wanted to share with everyone before we get into the prizes that we have a program called Premium Rewards that I would encourage everybody to take a look at. It is our first step to winning an exclusive trip to one of those resorts and one of those fruity umbrella drinks. But in addition to that, participating in Premium Rewards, we've partnered with Intel. We get everything from support around virtual customer events or sales enablement tools and marketing materials and things like gift cards for your customers, seed units as an example, and some technical support. I mean, there's so many benefits associated with Premium Rewards that I encourage everybody to check it out. There's kind of 2 ways to do that. Of course, you can always talk to your channel account manager, whether that's on our infrastructure solutions group or on the IDG side of the house. And the other way is just go straight to www.fuelyoursales.com, and you can learn a lot about the program and how you can sign up. So there's my commercial for the day. Win that posh trip to the resort. So let's get on to the winners. I've got them right here in my trusty phone. As I mentioned before, we had over 1,000 people on this call, and we have 8 winners. And so for the lucky ones, we have 5 $50 winners, and in no particular order. Congratulations to Alex Spencer, Beth Blanken, Gary Hood, Jacob Clark, and I was really happy to see this one, my good buddy Darlene Blake. So congratulations, everybody. $50 is coming your way. We also had two $250 winners, Susie McGraw and Willie Rodriguez. So congratulations, guys, 250 bucks, not too shabby. And we have one $500 winner. That's awesome. 500 bucks goes to Sandra Sousa. So congratulations to all 8 of you. We will be in contact with how to claim your prize. And again, just thank you so much for participating today in this second installment of Lenovo Tonight. So back to you, Jane, to help us close things out. Take care, everybody.
Congratulations to all our winners. And if you didn't win this one this time, no worries. You know Lenovo Tonight will be back serving up the smoothest news in the biz and giving away even more gift cards. But for now, we're closing up shop around here at the lounge, which means one thing. You don't have to go home, but you cannot stay here. I got people coming. Well, unless, of course, you're watching from home. Well, either way, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jane Leno, and it's been my absolute pleasure to be your host today. Until next time.